I've rarely shared much about my private life. I talk about technology, business, and the future, but family has always been sacred to me. Yet tonight I want to share something that's changed how I see everything. 6 months ago, I visited a children's home in Austin, only intending to stay for an hour. While meeting the kids, I noticed a quiet boy sitting alone, building something out of magnetic tiles. When I asked what he was making, he said, "A rocket, but it won't stay up." I sat with him and showed him how to widen the base, how every rocket needs balance to stand. His name was Michael, 7 years old, and he told me his mother had died. There was something in his eyes, resilience mixed with sadness. He reminded me of myself at that age, obsessed with making things fly. I began visiting again and again, drawn to this quiet child who dreamed of rockets. The staff told me he looked forward to my visits all week. Soon they asked if I'd consider becoming his mentor. I hadn't planned for that. My schedule was already impossible, but I found myself asking how to begin. I learned how many children like Michael are stuck in the foster system, growing up without families, facing staggering odds, homelessness, unemployment, lost potential. And I realized that while I've spent my life trying to change the world, maybe the most meaningful change I could make was in the life of one child. 3 months ago, I started the process of becoming a foster parent. It was harder than launching rockets. Interviews, home checks, background screenings, every part of my life examined. I almost gave up, wondering if I could handle it. But one night, my teenage son said, "Dad, Michael doesn't need perfect parents. He just needs someone who won't give up on him. And you don't give up." That settled it. Last week, Michael officially moved in with me. I cleared my schedule, something I've never done before. He's adjusting slowly, nightmares, tough questions, but we're building trust day by day. I've changed my priorities. Some meetings now happen from home, some projects move slower, and that's okay. These aren't sacrifices, they're choices about what really matters. A few days ago, I found Michael taking apart an old clock. When I asked what he was doing, he said, "Learning how time works." Then, after we discussed putting it back together, he said, "That's the harder part, isn't it? Taking things apart is easy. Putting them back together so they work again is the real job." That hit me deeply. This child has been taken apart by life, and together we're learning how to rebuild. At night, I sometimes sit outside his room, listening to him breathe, thinking how one small decision, 1 hour at a children's home, changed everything. There are over 400,000 children like him in foster care in the U.S. alone, millions worldwide. Not statistics, real children with brilliant minds and dreams waiting for someone to notice them. I can't fix the whole system, but I can be there for this one child. And maybe by sharing this story, someone else might feel called to do the same, to foster, adopt, or simply care. The other night, Michael woke up from a nightmare, crying that he was lost. I held him and said, "I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere." He whispered, "Promise?" And I did. In that quiet moment, I understood something no invention could teach me, that humanity's greatest creations aren't rockets or AI, but love, commitment, and family. I still dream of a multiplanetary future, but now I understand that the real mission begins here, on Earth, in homes, in hearts, and in the bonds we build. Because sometimes the most powerful way to change the universe is by helping one child believe he belongs in it.